Welcome back everyone to my Galactic Civilizations 3 Let's Play using a new expansion, Crusade, and playing as the Terran Resistance on hardest difficulty, Godlike difficulty. So in the first video, things weren't looking too great to be honest. We only found a couple of crappy planets down here, but right at the end of the video, I actually found this rather good system, Star, which has 3 planets within it, and 2 of them are particularly good. There's a class 18 precursor planets. There are another 4 on this map to find, so hopefully I'll be able to grab those before the AIs. And there's also a class 16 planet which is particularly good as well, which has Epimetheus pollen, which is actually one of the most important resources. So I really want to grab those planets definitely as quickly as possible, and that's what I'm going to be trying to do coming up before another empire can. I don't know where any of the other empires are yet though, so for all I know they could be right next to it, so I really have to rush over there as quickly as possible. And it's actually a bit of an issue because I don't have the range yet to get over there, so I'm gonna have to figure out a way to do that. Perhaps upgrade my colony ship, or maybe make a constructor to extend my range. But yeah, we'll have to see how I do that coming up. I may want to keep this in the area actually. Yeah, possible that I would even declare war to stop anyone from grabbing those. Let's end the turn now, and yeah, let's see how this develops. Okay, so let's click on that first of all, see if anyone colonized that planet. No, they didn't. Good. So I wouldn't mind knowing where that planet happens to be. There it is. Okay, let's come up in that direction now to hopefully get sight to the sun, so I can see what planets happen to be there. This colony ship can head in this direction. Okay, got a colony ship in the list, and that's coming out over there. Let's end the turn. I'm trying to get the text that will increase my speed and my range at the moment, but yeah, it's harder to do than it used to be because of recent tech changes in this patch. So what happens to be here? There is a colonizable world, Malgrania 4, and it has Illyrium on it, which is wealth from my memory to the planet, and a resource type as well. Right, so where do I want to bring this survey ship to? I'm making a tiny bit of money. I could do it picking up more anomalies actually to get some more money as capsule down there. I should probably be heading out towards a cluster of planets in the main. I'm thinking of there and there seems to be the most. I could bring this temporarily up there though. Yeah, I guess I kind of maybe will. Right, so there's an idle ship supposedly. Asteroids take up 3 of your movement I think, so I won't move through that. Colony is idle now. Oh, there's a resource here that I could actually upgrade. So we'll get harmony crystals, which I'm not actually sure what they're used for later on. A lot of the citizens have promotions which the resources are actually used for. It's more than likely something to do with that. I've played, I don't know, about 200-300 turns of Crusade now across about 4 different games. The most I've played in any one game is about 90 odd turns, so I haven't really gotten to the late game I suppose yet. So there's some things I don't know yet, but if you're new to the channel you may not know I've covered Gal Civ a heck of a lot in the past, probably more than any other YouTube channel, and I'm the only person who's playing it on Godlike I think. I'm beating it at Godlike. There was one German YouTuber I think did Godlike. He was pretty decent player, but yeah, no one's really played an awful lot of the game on YouTube up until Crusade. Seems to be more people playing it at the moment though. This system, yeah, not much there either, so I think I'm gonna come back in that direction by the looks of things. It's a bit of a pain. I don't want to colonize those though until I've colonize a really good world first though, because of ideology concerns, which yeah, delaying colonizing isn't great though, so it's a bit of a problem actually. Okay, the sooner I get certain ideology picks, the better my industry will be, but I'll talk more about that coming up. Right, that's coming over there. Let's end the turn. Okay. Let's cancel on that. Let's get this out there. I'm going to bring that one over here as well. I think I'm going to have to upgrade one of those when it gets over there, just so it's got the range. And I can colonize one planet, which will extend the range for the other. That's what I'm going to have to do. Hopefully it'll be 2 turns to colonize rather than 3. It kind of depends how distant you are away from your territory. So let's come over here. Right. This colony ship can come towards... Yeah, one of these was extreme, wasn't it? Right, I probably colonized that crappier one before that because it's more likely to be nearer to the other empires. Shipyards. Let's get another colony ship out. Okay. This is 2 turns away from getting done. That's one more range and movement comes in. Let's end the turn. Does this tech give you... yeah, it does. It gives you flat range. That's 8 turns. You know what? I might not need to upgrade. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll put that in range. Okay, that would be... not sure it's going to quite work out. If I could find more capsules to get tech boosts potentially, that would help. Oh, what's that? Artifact. Okay, well I'll come up for that. Right. Let's end the turn in the meantime though. You can get free buildings with artifacts, and if you watched my ill-fated first Crusade Let's Play, I actually made use of that. Right, so we got small hull there, which is pretty much useless at this stage in the game, but it's en route to this, which is very important, so that's going to take 8 turns. Let's pick up this artifact. It'd probably just be money at this stage in the game, so you can make a case that maybe you shouldn't pick it up at this stage in the game, actually. Yeah, 100. Okay, but when some of these asteroids come under within my influence, that money will be useful. Okay, let's end the turn. Occasionally I'm prone to forgetting to take a colony ship out of the shipyard, so I need to remember not to make that mistake. And the game doesn't also give you a notification when asteroids come within your influence, which is needed. There's actually tons of balance fixes and bits of polish that the game really needs. People have been asking for certain things to be fixed for years, and Stardock has never gotten around to it. I don't know why. My theory is perhaps they don't have enough people working on the game, to be honest, or just, I don't know, just Stardock basically. It's pretty normal with them. Right, so we've got a new citizen. It's turn 21. I think I'm going to try something which I've never tried out before. I'm going to hire a commander at this point. Now the reason, well, commanders are amazing actually. You can see it mentions they could be assigned to starships, boosting ship stats as the commander levels up. Now you need a lot of administration points early game to make colony ships, but by sticking this on a ship early game, what it will do is actually increase the speed of the ship. That would basically mean I can scout a lot quicker, and I think it might just be worthwhile doing. I'm not sure. As I mentioned, this is kind of me testing something out. So let's train this citizen. Okay, so we got them spear, and I'm actually going to stick them on the survey ship. I could stick them on a colony ship, but probably isn't a great idea. So let's add the commander down here. So they've now been added. So what happens is the fleet has been doubled in movement points, so it now moves 8. That means I can get the survey ship around a lot quicker. The fleet hit points have been increased and the logistics have been increased. So you can also promote citizens, most of them in a variety of ways later on once you've got certain resources. So you can see the commander has a huge amount of options. You can basically turn it into a privateer, so attack people who you're at peace with. This exterminator you can turn into a spore ship to wipe out planets. That could be very useful. I am going to be going malevolent, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see that later on at some point. You can turn it into transport, which could be a good idea. I'm not really sure about that one now. You can also upgrade the flagship, and you can also, if you're benevolent, turn it into a navigator. I was hoping there would be an option to take off the commander here and put it on a different ship. I'm not sure there is, which means that's going to be on there long term, which I'm not sure I, yeah, may have thought twice if didn't realise that. But that's going to help short game, early game, which is incredibly important. Right. Oh, hang on a second. I think the range has been reduced by sticking this guy on. So we got not much range, but really good speed. Yeah, which is a bit of an issue. Okay, so, well, yeah, I'm going to have to stick with it now. Let's end the turn. Yeah, I'm not sure that was a good idea, basically. But we'll try it out. Okay, so colony ships coming over here still. How many turns? 6 turns for that. Let's end the turn. Okay. Another colony ship. That's nearly over here. Right. I might not upgrade. I don't think there's going to be a reason to now, actually. Let's come over here. And there is a habitable world. Well, our range will be extended when I colonize, so this commander may work out yet still, but we'll see. Shipyard. More colony ships. Next one is done in 5 turns, same as that, which is great. That's great timing actually, because my ships get an upgrade then. So let's yeah, keep on coming over here. Right. Send the turn. If the Taurians happen to be in this game, they're going to be able to colonize that aquatic world. So I'm kind of hoping they're not. Right. Vedra has 3 planets. And yeah, they look pretty damn good as well. Okay. So what else can I look for over here? Might as well pay a trip over to there. I'm thinking it's possible there's an empire up here. Unlikely though, so I doubt I'll be trying to colonize there quickly. So I'm gonna risk that, I think. Losing out on it. Okay. Come over there. Right. And did I forget about this? Nearly did. Let's... In fact, I probably did by a turn. Oops. It's bound to happen. I wouldn't be surprised if it happens again. So, which direction do I want to send this in? I think I want to send one down there, because there's a lot of planets down that direction by the looks of things. Yeah. Okay. So that's can. Well, I'll send it in that direction first of all. I may change my mind. Okay. How many turns? 4. Right, next turn. Okay. Let's move it to there. So I could upgrade this now, basically. Upgrades would take 2 turns and cost a certain amount of money. I'd have to stick on 2 range modules and no drives, or 3 range modules actually. I have a bit of a naming convention as well for my ships, which I'm not sure I mentioned. So D is drive, R is range, and this is Mark 1 because it has the level 1 versions of drives and range on it. Okay, so it's easy to remember. So capsule, let's grab that. Experience points 5 for each ship in fleet. Yeah, this experience points in for these survey ships isn't all that useful, really. I'm not sure why they do it. Is that within my territory? Yes, it is. I had no idea when it came within, but let's get that going. So, if they're built, yeah, asteroid mine effect +1, so that's huge. That's giving me raw production in each and every area now. So it's affecting everything. The economy is so much better than it used to be in Gal Civ 3. They used to have this production wheels, local and galactic wheels that were really difficult to use and created a huge amount of micromanagement within the game. So I'm really glad they're gone. Interstellar travel is now available. So I'm still going to be continuing with picking up movement bonuses though. I'm going to go for Hyperdrive Specialization at this stage. 12 turns for that. If we come into the designer, well, there's a variety of new specialty ships that I've previously made in a previous Terran Resistance game. So I'm going to favour those over the ones that are currently there. So let's take off that by unfavouring, and this system is really great. I'm so glad they've introduced it now after years of asking for all of these new sorting options. Right. Oh, it's that one, is it? Okay. So you can show all the ships, you can show the core ships, which are the ones the game made, or just your ships, the custom ships, and you can sort them by hull size, weapons, production cost, and a variety of other things here as well. Really great. One thing they need to add though, this list isn't great. It probably needs to be, well, it's got everything except for sort by type. So you can have things in all over the place within this list currently. They need a sort by type option here. Right, there's also a problem with the auto upgrades. Now a lot of the upgrades actually require resources, which can be an issue if you have that on auto, and sadly there isn't an option to turn off auto upgrades for all of your planets at one time. You have to go through each and every one. People have been asking about that for years as well, but recently it's become more of an issue because of needing resources. Right, this colony ship, let's bring that down in that direction. That can now make one of these new colony ships. So they take 6 turns. Oh, I got 2 turns left on that, have I? I thought it was getting done at the same time. Guess not. Where's that tank? Perhaps something sped it up. Right, let's... Oh, should I grab some of these anomalies? Probably should do. Right, let's end the turn. Oh, range has now actually gone up. Yeah, so we can get the next turn. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll... Well, let's colonize first of all, is it? So which planet do I want for my first colony? Well, these... Basically, you can't look at the tiles of a planet before you colonize, which is a bit of an issue. And people have been asking for that for ages as well, and it still hasn't been implemented. I guess the designers have their own idea about how the game should be, but I would add that certainly. But you can have some idea now about what will be on the planet based on the resources. So in this instance, there's Epimetheus pollen and thulium and snuggler colony. So we can come in here and find out exactly what bonuses they give. So let's have a look. So that's not it. That's one. That's influence. Right, so that would be good for influence. Epimetheus. Ship construction. Epimetheus is. So what was the other one? Illyrian. Which is wealth, I think, from memory. Yeah. So Epimetheus is very good for ship construction, and I'm going to be wanting my first colonized planet for that. So, which one was the Epimetheus one? Was it that? Yeah. I still might colonize that one first, though. So, let's... Oh, I can't even move it at this turn. I'm getting ahead of myself. That can pass for the turn. Right. Right, let's colonize. Oh, I think I've only got 3 moving, haven't I? Yeah, so I can't even colonize it this turn. Okay. Ship. Yeah, let's grab this space junk. Or should I? Yeah, I'm kind of low on credits. And this moves so fast I can probably take a small detour. Okay, 29. Okay. That colony ship. Right, let's come down here. Do I have one on there? No. Okay, I haven't forgotten it. Good. Let's put aid research on. There isn't anything else to make at the moment, so this basically turns research or production into research, but it's only 25 research for every 100 production, so it's not a good rate really. Right, so we've started to get harmony crystals as well, which will pop up here in a minute, but I've no idea what we can use them for. It's turn 26, I need more administrators, definitely. So that's what my next citizen is going to be used for. Let's pass on that guy. Okay, he will be colonizing very soon though, next turn of that. So let's end the turn. Okay, new colony ship, great. Come back to that shortly. Let's colonize. So this world, couldn't even colonize that if I wanted to, but I don't. Yeah, this is fine. So let's colonize here. Right, this is going to be used for ship production, so I need to really pick an option here that will help with it. But precursor worlds actually get their own events, which I'd forgotten about actually. So this is a sensor precursor world. The former precursor inhabitants of this world left a large array of very powerful satellites in orbit. We have been able to make use of them to extend both the sensor range of the planet and of the ships that are built here. Our researchers would like to capture one of these satellites for study and have assured us that it will not have any damaging effects on the array. So we could have 5% accuracy to weapons permanently, extra planetary production. Is that raw amount? Doesn't say, but that would be incredibly powerful. Or sensor power to all ships and colonies. Basically the malevolent picks are just overpowered, and yeah, I want to pick this up and beeline the first 3 ideologies in a certain line of malevolence, so I'm going to go for that. I would like to know if that's raw though. Bit of a pain that I can't check it out, but yeah, we'll go for that. Accuracy will definitely help out later on. So that's the state of the world. Okay, lots and lots of tiles, that's going to be great. If we come into ideology, then I can finally show it. I couldn't before. I can show you what I've been talking about. So the motivation line is really the overpowered line because there's tons of production in here. That adds 10 production to your homeworld. This one, Ruthless. Now basically, I think the game's bugged at the moment. So the first world that you colonize actually gets this bonus as well as your capital world. So this is why I really wanted to colonize a really good world first. And one that was good for ship construction probably. Which this one, precursor world, should be. So let's come along this line. So basically, to get all 3 of these in a row quickly, I need 6 ideology picks, or 60 points, basically. So that's what I'm probably going to be focusing on here. I'm probably not going to roleplay too much in this game, I'm just going to go for what's best. Normally I think this race would go basically pick pragmatic picks. Right, since this is fast and over here, I'm going to pick those up and come down here before coming back down. Let's come over here. Get space junk. Okay. Treasury. Right, and come down there. More space junk. Right, what's left to move? So I'm going to colonize here as well now. That will extend my range in this direction. This world is pretty crap, but yeah, it'll do the job. Hunter Piper 6. High G Animal Racing. Now tourism, I'm not sure if I've mentioned this, but there's only one race that actually uses tourism now, and that's the Terran Alliance. So they're the only ones that have it in their tech tree because they are diplomatic. That's a prerequisite you need to have tourism techs. So that's useless. That gives nothing, and that's a negative one. So, but I definitely want malevolence, so we're going to pick that one. Right, so I'll come back to that shortly. No, yeah, nothing special there is at all. So we've got 10 points now towards the next pick. This colony ship, well, arguably I should get the next pick quickly, so I should arguably colonize quickly, but yeah, I think let's colonize with that. Okay. This system, it's close by, I'm not too bothered about colonizing it now. I think I'm gonna come down here with this colony ship. Okay. Do I have one in here? Yes, I do. Let's not forget that then. So, the range of this, well, what does it have? I haven't shown you exactly, have I? So, if we click on, well, I think that might be an older design, but the newer one I'm building soon has 2 hyperdrives and 1 environmental support, so they're slightly better than the old iterations. Okay. So that was an older design now. So let's bring that down to there, I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm trying to look for where the big clusters of stars are, which are more likely to have more planets. Okay, so we'll bring that to there. Right. Colony. Okay, so I would like to, well, space elevator social construction doesn't work with, but deep core mine it does. So let's get that up first, I think. Which normally I would do that because it's probably better, because it gives construction in both areas. This doesn't actually have a shipyard, but I can have it redirect its production to this one. It's a long way away, so it won't get much, but it's worthwhile doing it. Okay, that will speed the ships a tiny bit. Very tiny bit. Right, so this colony as well. It's population and wealth. So I think I'm going to put a space elevator for there to start, but I wouldn't be surprised if I move it later on. The malevolent building you get for the ideology I picked as well, it's pretty nice, but it's very expensive. I'm not sure it's perhaps been changed in the Crusade yet. So yeah, it's just approval, and you actually get merciless culture production points as well, so you can speed up your picks with that. Okay, let's end the turn.